How do you calculate professional services backlog in your SaaS company? Well, let's find out in today's edition of SaaS Metrics School. So there are 4 key metrics that we need to track if we have an onboarding team. So that services team, so the setup, configuration, training of our customers. And these are not just metrics that a CFO only are going to track. Your services leader needs to track these metrics as well. And I've covered these metrics in previous podcasts. I have a blog post on this. I'll put that in the show notes. But let's talk today services backlog in months. Key number, because that helps easily justify increase in headcount on your services team. So there are 3 key inputs that we need for services backlog in months for that calculation. So first, we need our services backlog. So our services backlog is the uninvoiced revenue sitting in contracts. So that backlog. So there, we've contracted with a customer. Let's say we have one contract. They signed up for $50K of professional services. We haven't done anything for that project. We have an invoice. We have $50K of services backlog sitting there. So first, we need that total services backlog number, and that's a point in time number, just like a number on the balance sheet, cash balance of a point in time number. Next, we need our monthly burn number. So what I do for this is I look at the trailing 3 to 6 months of services revenue that's been posted to the P&L, and ideally RevRec has been applied to that services revenue. So it's going to make the result of this next input more accurate. So 3 to 6 months of professional services revenue, and then the average billable FTE over that same time period to give us a monthly burn or pull through per head. So that tells us on average in a month that one of our billable heads in professional services can pull through so much revenue that's sitting in that services backlog. So we need that monthly burn number on a head basis for billable only. And that can be allocations. It could be 6.5 FTEs, 20 FTEs, but those client-facing services headcount. Next, we need the number of billable FTEs. So how many implementation consultants you have. Project managers have some billable time as well. So we need to figure out that monthly billable FTE number so we can calculate that monthly burn number. So we need those 3 inputs. So as an example, let's say our services backlog is $100,000. We've got to perform, we've got to execute on that services backlog sitting in those contracts. And then let's say the average team member pulls through about 6,500 of services revenue per month. So we're going to take 100K, divide by 6,500, and then divide by the number of team members. So let's say we have 6 billable heads. That equals about 2.5 months of backlog. So now we know, is that number increasing? Are we going to 3 to 4 and we need to hire? Is it decreasing and we have to watch staff, or we need to push more pipe on the services side? So important number that we're going to measure every month, and something I work with my services leader on. And then we can easily justify, do we need more heads because that services backlog number is coming up? And then I'm going to update that number periodically. Of course, every month we have potentially new FTE counts and then potentially new burn number. So we do have to update some of these inputs each month to make sure it's an accurate calculation. So a little bit about how to calculate services backlog in months.